What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday today, and I hope you guys are doing well. Crypto markets today not doing too much, but I think Bitcoin right now could be actually making a move. That's correct. After a whole week long of just not doing anything, it might actually be making a move. So I'm going to be talking about that in the charts later and pointing out what I might be seeing and seeing how much potential this move has. So we're going to dive right into that. Going to be taking a look into Ethereum, XRP if we have time in this video. I don't want to keep this, I don't want to make this video too long. But I do see in some of the comments some interest in seeing XRP, other crypto as well. So definitely gonna dive into some other charts and explore that in this video as well. Okay, and seeing if those coins could be actually making a move like Bitcoin, right? Now, before we begin today, if you guys don't have a Webull account and want some free stocks, do sign up with Webull using my referral link down below. They're still giving away 6 to 12 fractional shares if you guys open an account and make a deposit of $100. Now, terms and conditions do apply, right? And I will also get a referral bonus if you guys do sign up under me, so that supports my channel. So I'll greatly appreciate that, right? So I have used Webull before, and I think they are a great exchange for beginners for trading both crypto and stocks. Now, of course, I wouldn't put too much money on any single exchange because of what has happened. But I do think that they are a great beginner exchange, right? Now, let's begin and take a look into the charts real quick, right? We're going to start with Bitcoin because, in my opinion, Bitcoin is still the driver of the markets. I do have leverage positions in both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some altcoins as well. So I am long on those positions right now. I will talk about some of my trades recently, right? So let's get started and get into the charts. So we do have Bitcoin here, currently still at about that 29K level. We have not moved really much, right? For a while. So I'm taking a look at the daily time frame here, where we see a pretty clear breakout of this falling wedge pattern that's been forming for quite some time. That came from about 31.9K all the way down to about 28.5K. So I got stuck in this trade where I opened some longs for Bitcoin at about 31.8. I messed up there because I didn't do enough preparation for that setup there. I thought that would have been the breakout, but it wasn't. And since I did get trapped and seeing quite a bit of support beneath the price action, I did not exit my positions. And I still do think we have quite a bit of support below us before I have to make a decision to liquidate if I was to sell, because we do have the 3-day moving averages, right? The 3-day 21, in my opinion, is still support because this 3-day candle has kind of just started yesterday, and it's not a solid close beneath that moving average, the blue line right here, that 3-day 21 moving average, until I see a solid close. So in my opinion, that is still support, right? We do have the 3-day 50 and 3-day 200, which has just crossed. That is still pretty strong support in my opinion. So it's not until price action does break those moving averages I will consider liquidating my positions. Now, that's not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing, right? Do your own research. I could very much be wrong, right? And could be taking a huge loss here if we do get any sudden moves downwards, right? But what I'm talking about right now would be the daily time frame. Like I said, we have broken out of this bigger falling wedge pattern. It did bounce off this top trend line here, and now it has formed, since it has broken out, it has formed this falling wedge pattern on the hourly time frame, right? Now on this hourly time frame, we do see that well, since today is Saturday, but for the past couple hours, it did break out of this smaller falling wedge pattern. Now, this is what I'm talking about, but I wanna see if price action can actually get back to about 29.3K, break back above that level. That will give more validity to this pattern, because then it's going to be forming, it could be forming a higher high on this hourly time frame. So that's what I'm keeping an eye out on. I know Saturdays not much usually happens, but it did break out of this smaller pattern after breaking out of that daily falling wedge pattern, right? So gonna be keeping an eye out on this, and we'll be providing updates, so make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. I will probably be doing updates almost every day, if not every day. So I'll be more regular back on YouTube now, right? So let's take a look into let me just point out a few more things, right? So we do have the weekly candle closing in about a day. We are very well above that weekly 21 SMA, which is the blue line here. So that's, I don't expect that to be broken, right? Especially if it's the first time being supported on that moving average. It is a major moving average, right? Even though we did have bearish divergence here on this weekly time frame, I think it's still a major moving average, and I think it's still pretty strong support. Not financial advice, right? So this is what I'm keeping an eye out on. And then let's take a look into Ethereum. I do have a small position long on Ethereum, right? So Ethereum here, it is basically broken down below the daily 50 and the daily 21 SMA, the blue line and the gray line here on the daily time frame. Let's see what moving averages are acting as support currently, and as well as resistance. So I see that Ethereum has barely tested that weekly 200 SMA, which is the orange line here, right? I do expect that to be pretty strong resistance. Bitcoin's over that moving average, but in terms of that moving average, Ethereum is lagging a little behind because it's still below the weekly 200 SMA. Currently it does have the weekly 21 and the weekly 50 SMA, which is the blue and the gray line, acting as resistance right now, right? What this also looks like is an inverse head and shoulders pattern on this weekly time frame. But it does have to stay above about, I would say, about the 1750 zone in order for this inverse head and shoulders pattern, cup and handle, to stay valid, right? It's still not a valid pattern yet, but that looks like it's what it's forming. If it breaks that, then I'll be looking at about 1600 in that zone for a possible double bottom, right? Oh, excuse me. This is actually the 3-day time frame. So it's not the weekly time frame. This is the 3-day time frame. And we are actually above the weekly 200. So correction on that. We are above basically the weekly 200, the weekly 50. Weekly 21 is basically right at about the price action right now. So something to be keeping an eye out on, because these major moving averages could be acting as both support and resistances. So yeah, that's Ethereum here. I do expect Bitcoin to be leading the way here. So still my focus is on Bitcoin. That will drive the market, in my opinion. Now let's go down to XRP, because we do see some interest in XRP lately. I don't have a position in XRP, but it's just, I don't know. I guess I never had luck trading XRP, right? And it's a pretty big altcoin. So if I was to trade an altcoin, I'll either trade Ethereum or smaller altcoins. If I want to trade something big, I'll trade Ethereum, which I feel like it follows Bitcoin more directly in terms of the price action. And if I want something more volatile, then I would look into a lot smaller altcoins. So that's why I never really got into XRP. But let's take a look. I do see some interest recently, and I know they just won the lawsuits. So that is something interesting to be keeping an eye out on. Let's take a look from the monthly time frame down, right? On the monthly time frame, it did break above the monthly 21 and the monthly 50, which is the blue line and the gray line here. That's a pretty solid close. It could be forming some kind of cup and handle here on this monthly time frame, where the neckline of this pattern could be about $2, right? About $2 in that zone, where it has not been reached since April 2021. Okay, so it could be working its way up back there, but it's not a guarantee, right? Nothing's a guarantee in this market. There's gonna be a lot of twists and turns, even with this bear market reversal here, right? I thought it was gonna be a lot more straightforward, and it turns out no, it has been pretty boring and slow. And there's been sporadic moves up and down. So it's just a very patience game, right? Now let's go take a look into the weekly time frame here. The weekly time frame, it looks like the weekly 21 has just crossed over the weekly 200, and it's just been recently that XRP has broken back on top of the weekly 200 with a solid candle close. It was in oversold territory on the RSI, on the weekly, as well as the 3-day. So it has broken down below the daily 21 and is in this falling wedge pattern on this daily time frame, right? If it breaks out, then the measure move, depending on when it breaks out, but if it breaks out, let's just say at the tip of at the very end of this triangle, given that this pattern does not break down or does not reshape, then we have a measure move of about 84 cents, right? Now that's the measure move. It does not have to absolutely get there, right? It does not absolutely have to get there. And it does not get it. It probably won't get there overnight as well. So gotta just keep some realistic expectations. We do have the daily 50 coming up on the daily time frame. That seems to be coming up to the bottom trend line here. So that could bounce the price action, right? Since it is the first time hitting that daily 50 SMA. And the 3-day 21 SMA is also coming up. So let's see if this pattern stays intact. If so, and if it breaks out, then I'll be looking at that measure move. Now, this basically wraps up my update for the day. So like I said, I'll be keeping an eye out on Bitcoin. That's still my main interest because I think that is still the main driver of this market. From experience and from data. Now, I don't know, maybe XRP could be could have been driving some of the markets as well recently because it is pretty sizable, but I don't have the experience to really speak to that. Now, this wraps it up for today. If you guys do want to see more updates, or if you guys want to see charts on other altcoins, do drop a comment. I would definitely like to explore other charts with you guys if enough of you guys want to see it. So that wraps it up. Have a happy Saturday. Enjoy yourselves.